Hello, grocery shoppers. It is Coupon Overflow here today, and I got a cart full of groceries from the ALDI store without breaking the bank. So very happy about the types of grocery that I got, to include lots of fruit. I got lots of meat, and then I found these items at great reasonable prices, really cheap prices. I had no trouble loading in the grocery in my car, despite the fact that Aldi's does not give out bags for free. Rather not have the bags cluttering up my home anyway. So I have wire baskets in the back of my trunk to catch all of my items, and I can organize them as well. All of the baskets have handles on them, so I can just grab and take them into the house. My son is only 10 years old, so I don't quite have the man muscles around to haul grocery in the house. So I found a way to make it easier for myself. Here's a look at my receipt, and you can see my subtotal there of $158.76. I think for the amount of food that I got, as well as the quality and the type, I did a great job as far as the budget. So let's jump right in and let me show you what I got. So first, let's start over here with this very fancy smancy bread here. I found some brioche hot dog buns. They were costing $2.49. Unheard of price. Even the trashy bread is way more expensive than that. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, let's pick it up. It's very hard to find specialty bread, and this bread is actually from France. So great find. I also picked up some bistro bread. Now, it was a little bit more pricey at $3.99, but I didn't mind paying that for a quality bread. This is going to be a nice, strong, sturdy bread with very few ingredients that you can make your sandwiches and everything for lunch for work. Even more fancy bread here, and I couldn't believe my eyeballs on the price, especially regarding quality products like this. So these were costing $2.99 each. I didn't mind paying that. Protein wraps, I mean, they're very expensive, normally double the price. Spinach wraps, glad to see this and glad to see it for that price. So I picked it up. You can freeze these. These make excellent lunch ideas also. Can we talk about pre-seasoned meat? Yes, please. I love the convenience of having meat that is already pre-seasoned. It's already all the fat cut off, all the bones taken out. Love that. This is a teriyaki seasoned pack of chicken thighs that I found. You can pair this with rice or noodles, vegetable stir fry. I'm sure it'll be yummy. So that pack of chicken thighs was costing $7.33. I didn't mind paying that at all for the convenience. And for the variety, I don't have teriyaki seasoning just laying around my home, so I didn't mind paying that price. Had to pick up another package of the Mediterranean herb Atlantic salmon. Y'all, this is so very delicious. All you have to do is drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil, pop it in your air fryer for about 10 minutes. And this is a very delicious meal. Paired with some veggies, just wonderful. Now, last time I was at the store, I was able to find this for under $10. I found a pack for around $7-ish, but I didn't mind paying the 10. They did have some way more expensive than that, $12 and $14 on up to 16, but I just picked up the cheapest package that I could find. I was a little late going into the grocery store. The early bird always gets the worm, so I'm pretty sure all of the $7 packs were taken already, but nevertheless, I did find this one. And this is a great way to get in your fresh meats rather than having them frozen ahead of time. In case you're wondering, the skin is still attached on the back of the salmon, but that makes for it to keep together nicely, and it also adds to the flavor. Another distinction about these particular fresh packs of meat, you will notice that they are vacuum sealed, so that just adds to the freshness and also helps them last longer in your fridge until you're ready to cook them. Let's talk about more meat. I did pick up a package of ribeye. This was the cheapest that I can find at that $13.29, but you're going to spread this particular package of meat across 2, 3, or 4 dinners. So it's okay for that price point. The meat itself does look to be in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like it's turning colors and things like that. Looks like it has a good fat to lean meat ratio there. I'm not really a huge fan of beef anyway, but when I do like to kind of put it in the crock pot to make sure that it's tender. And then I will sometimes take it out of there and put a little bit of a char on it before I'm ready to eat it. I did have something already in my home that I plan to use to cook this with and season it with, so it should be pretty darn tasty. Here's a close-up of that butter if you're wondering what that looks like. Chicken and chicken. So I found this pack of One Fine Chicken, has no antibiotics, and I found this for $7.33. Not bad at all for thin sliced turkey breast, and then you can get several dinners out of these, so really great price on that. I also picked up some tenderloin, some chicken breasts, little tender strips for $7.06. Pick these up. You have a child that loves to go to get chicken fingers somewhere else, like a Zaxby's or a Cane's, then you can nip that by making them at home yourself. And then lastly, I found a package of chicken thighs for $7.91. Pretty good deal to find them under $8. Typically it would be $8 and up. And I like the fact that I can split this $8 across several dinners. Can you say eat your fruits and veggies? And Aldi's makes it very, very easy for you to do so. They have great prices as well as a great selection on fruits and veggies. Let's talk about the apples. My son loves apples, so I found pretty good deal, pretty standard deal on the apples. $3.99 for the Gala apples. And then the Pink Lady apples were a little bit cheaper at $3.49. But I feel like this is a great price. One of these bags of apples is actually organic. So it's hard to get organic fruits and vegetables for cheap also. So great find. These are your typical 3-pound bags of apples. Next, let's talk about the citrus fruit. So I found a bag of lemons for $3.89. And then the mandarin oranges were super cheap. Really surprised at this price because these are name brand. They were costing $3.39. Unheard of. Normally, these oranges are double that price at your standard grocery store. They are upwards of $7, almost $8. So I should have gotten more than one bag, but that was a great price. Are you ready for more cheapness? These prices are going to blow your mind. A container of blueberries for $2.19. Look at the size of that for one thing. And for two, I have never picked up any that cheap. The blueberries are from a farm called Wish Farms, and the strawberries were even cheaper, you all. Strawberries, $1.79. Could not believe the price on those. The strawberries actually look healthy. They don't have that insanely bright red color that seems almost too fake to be real. So I was very happy to find some strawberries that came from a good place. I found some very cheap grapes, and they aren't all big and plumped up looking oversized, like 2 to 3, 5 times the size of the ones you're looking at. Was happy about that. Happy to see them at a reasonable size. So the red grapes were costing $2.63. Super duper cheap. And then the green grapes were costing $3.88. Very unheard of. It's hard to find packages of grapes for under $5. I usually pay around $7. So this was an excellent find. Wrapping up the produce here, I found a bag of nectarines for an unheard of price. These nectarines were costing $3.39 for 2 pounds. Excellent price. They're not all mushy and whatnot. I just love nectarines. They remind me of my Southern childhood. Also picked up a bag of chopped salad. This is the Caesar salad kit. So you get cheese and croutons in there, even a little pack of dressing. And it was costing $3.29. Not a bad price. I found a bag of red onions for $2.29. You get 4 in there. And a tip that I like to do is I like to keep these in my fridge. It kind of cuts down on that crying that you do when you peel them, and it also helps them last a lot longer. Finishing up with some dairy items that I found at the ALDI store. Cheese, please. I love cheese. I love cheese on everything. If I could, I would put cheese in my glasses of water. So the bags of the Aldi's brands of cheese called Happy Farms, priced very, very reasonable. So I found all of the taller bags of shredded cheese back there for $2.79. Great price. Then I found these cubes of cheese for even cheaper at a whopping $1.99. Love little pre-portioned pieces of cheese like this. You can just throw in your bento box and go on your way. I also like to have my own iced coffee at home already, so I won't stop by any coffee shop or, fast food restaurant, a McCafe and all of that. Making my own at home, and this is greatly priced at Aldi's. It's costing $3.99 for a carton. Not bad at all, considering your name brand coffees are going to be way more than that. Sometimes, if I'm blessed, I can find the International Delights on sale for $4.99, but normally it's upwards of $5 and up. Let's not even talk about Starbucks, how pricey they are, upwards of $6 and $7. So to get it at $3.99 and spread one carton across the entire work week is a great find for me. Want to take this time to say thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know what you think of my haul. Let me know what items you picked up at the Aldi store. What are your favorite items to pick up? Stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you then.